Hello friends, I Dr. Niradhar De, Faculty Member, School of Education, Indira Gandhi National Open University, welcome you all to this video program. Today we are going to discuss one of the very important topic, that is sources and ways of acquiring knowledge. Friends, this online course, that is understanding disciplines and subject, is one of the part of IGNOU B.Ed program, and this course has been included in the first year B.Ed program of Indira Gandhi National Open University, and this has been developed as per the NCTE regulations 2014, that is National Council for Teacher Education, which is the regulatory body of teacher education programs. So friends, this is the second video of this online course. This online course that has been designed in 8 different weeks with 6 different modules. So we are now discussing the first module. The title of the module is Knowledge and Disciplines. You have already received the PDF text of this module, Knowledge and Discipline, and 4 video programs that has been included in this module as a part of design of this module. First video program is Knowledge and Information, second is Sources and Ways of Acquiring Knowledge, the third video program is Categorization of Knowledge for Constituting a Discipline, and fourth video, that is Concept and Characteristics of a Discipline. So friends, in our first video program, already we have discussed about knowledge and information, the concept of knowledge, then the divisions of knowledge, that is a priori knowledge, a posteriori knowledge, and an experienced knowledge. And already you have also studied about the concept of data, the concept of information, and the concept of knowledge, and how data helps for information and how information helps for creating knowledge, for construction of knowledge, that we have discussed in our earlier video, that is the first video of this online course. And we have also differentiated the concept of knowledge and concept of information. Further, in this video we will discuss about the sources and ways of acquiring knowledge, how we acquire knowledge, and what are the different sources, what are the different ways that we follow for acquiring knowledge. So friends, now let us try to go through the learning outcomes. So what are the different learning outcomes that you will achieve after going through this video program? You see, this program has been designed with 2 learning outcomes. The video program will help you to understand what are the different sources of acquisition of knowledge, then further how knowledge is acquired. Okay, so here first of all you can just name, you can just find out that what are the different sources and ways that we use for acquiring knowledge, and the second, how knowledge is acquired, how those sources we follow. We will discuss it with suitable example. So friends, after watching this video and the text material that has been given to you in this online course, then definitely I am very much hopeful that you will understand and you will achieve these 2 learning outcomes. So friends, let us try to understand first that the sources of acquisition of knowledge. What are the different sources that helps us for acquiring knowledge? So first of all, I can just take the name of just like intuition. Intuition is a source of knowledge that help for acquiring knowledge. Then further, authority. Authority is the another source that also help for acquiring knowledge, for gathering knowledge. Then tenacity. Tenacity is also another source that helps us for acquiring knowledge. Then the fourth source that we can say, that is the reason. We can also use our reasoning. That is also another valid source, you can say scientific source for acquiring knowledge. Then further, empiricism. Being a teacher, being a student, we also involve ourselves we engage in different types of empiricism, in different types of experimentation, in different types of research, okay, for acquiring knowledge. So that's why here we will discuss further that how empiricism, how reason helps for acquiring knowledge. Then our individual, our personal faith, okay, faith, that is also another source of knowledge. Then further I can say that revelation is also another source of knowledge. So friends, these sources that I have already named, that I have already included, already discussed, that is intuition, authority, tenacity, reason, empiricism, faith and revelation. These are the certain sources that often we use for acquiring knowledge. But among these sources, we can say that some are very subjective in nature, some are very personal in nature, and some are very objective, systematic and scientific in nature. That includes scientific knowledge, that includes reasoning, that includes a type of verification that you can further verify that knowledge. Okay, so when we use reasoning, when we use or when we follow empiricism, certain scientific studies, scientific experiment, then we are able to verify the knowledge. So friends, these are the certain sources of acquiring knowledge that we use. Then further we will discuss every individual sources, that how it helps for acquiring knowledge, how we acquire knowledge by using these sources. So friends, let us try to start our discussion by understanding knowledge through intuition. So how intuition is a source of knowledge and how intuition helps us for gathering, for acquiring knowledge. First of all, intuition is a sudden experience that flashes in our mind. Many a time you might have observed that certain things coming to your mind at a sudden. You are saying that I am just intuiting certain things, a sudden flash is coming to my mind, and you consider that may be a type of knowledge. You are just understanding at a certain things about the criteria, about the component, about the, you can say, about a phenomena. Okay, so it appears at a sudden. Okay, so many theories that has also been developed with this intuition. Then intuition can sometimes be conflicting also. So friends, you will find that intuition many a time it get conflict. Just like, for example, two people can have different intuition about tomorrow's weather. Okay, so what will be the weather of tomorrow? Friends, you might have heard, you might have experienced that many a time. You must have heard that the farmers, they are saying that by today afternoon or by today evening there may be rain. Okay, so how it happens, how they experienced it, how they intuit it that today there will be rain, because it is based upon their experience. So intuition is possible through experience, because they're involved in farming, they're involved in different activities, in different work in their field. Okay, being a farmer, they know that what type of climate or what type of weather that forecast for raining. So that's why they forecast it that by today evening, by tomorrow morning there will rain. So friends, this is a type of intuition. Then further you can say knowledge through intuition is difficult to validate. So how to validate it? Because it is a type of subjective knowledge. This is the personal intuition. So keeping in consideration or by making intuition as a base, it's very difficult to validate that knowledge. Okay, because that is your experience. That is the experience of the farmer. Okay, that is the intuition of the farmer. So scientifically, it's very difficult to you can say verify. Let me to give an example that many a time it can be validated truth. Okay, so it can be verified, it can be validated, just like you can take the example of Archimedes principle. So that has come just like a sudden flash, a type of intuition. Okay, and that become a theory further, that's an universal truth. Okay, so friends, intuition is also a source of knowledge, and many a time that may be validated also. But at the same time, I will say that you can't say that intuition is always true. Because it is certain personal intuition, personal experience. So that's why it's many a time it's very difficult to validate the knowledge that has been gained, that has been you can say acquired by using the source of intuition. So friends, let us further discuss about the other source of acquiring knowledge, that is knowledge through authority. So friends, how authority as a source is used for acquiring knowledge. You see, what is the concept of authority? Who are the authority, and how from authority we gain certain knowledge, we acquire certain knowledge. You see, children acquire knowledge from different agencies such as home, school, community, media, etc. Many a time, or it happens that the you can say at the infancy stage, at the childhood stage, the children, they are getting educated, and their grooming is taking place at the home. You will find that the parents, grandparents, and when the child is coming in contact with the other family members, they are learning many things, they are experiencing many things, they are practicing many things. So that's why we can say family members are as the authority. Okay, that teaches the young generation, that teaches the young child, they learn many things. Then further, school. At the formal school, when the child enters in the school, you will find that they are just behaving in a group. Their discourses, their interactions, that takes place in a group. Okay, so the live, the work within a group, and you will find that every day in the process of teaching and learning, teachers teaches the students, teacher interact the students, teacher discuss with the students. So here they learn many things. So that's why you can say that the teachers who are teaching in the school, they are also a type of authority, and that is also a valid source of knowledge. Then further you can say community. Being as an individual, we are part of the community. Okay, we learn many things from the community. Okay, many things from the community about the custom, about the culture, about the tradition, about the language. Okay, so about the interpersonal relationship. So many things we learn from the community. So that's why our community participation and the knowledge, the experiences that we gain from the community, from our society, that is also a type of authority that helps us for acquiring knowledge. Then further, media. Every time you must have observed, you must have experienced also that we are getting many knowledge, many experiences when we read newspaper, when we watch television, when we access internet and other media also, social media also. So that's why friend, media, community, school and home, they act as authority for acquiring knowledge for the individual. So friends, these are called as the agencies. It means agencies are the authority for that helps for acquiring knowledge. All the agencies mentioned above are like the authority, and from there the child learn. Okay, all the authorities should have a specialist in his or her field of knowledge. So here it is very important, very difficult, very pertinent also. You see, in school or at home or in the community, or by watching or by involving ourselves in different media, okay, by watching the media. So many a time you'll the knowledge or the experiences that you are getting, that should be further validated. So the persons who are acting or who are working in the school, they should have certain specialist knowledge, specialist experiences. Then after you can say that is a valid source of knowledge, just like a teacher. So a teacher, you can say transact the curriculum, implement the curriculum. So the curriculum practices the things which is included in the curriculum. If the teacher is scientifically and objectively teaching to the students by providing adequate knowledge, true knowledge, then you can say that the teacher is having the specialist knowledge. And only the specialist person can be the authority for providing knowledge, and that will be a valid source of knowledge. Then further we can say that knowledge received from the authority needs to be validated. So many a time in media and from different social media and from different other sources also, many a time we get fake knowledge. That knowledge is not based upon any specialist. So that's why, friend, when we consider that authority as a source of knowledge, so that should be further validated, that what knowledge we are getting, whether that is a true knowledge or not, whether that is a valid knowledge or not. Friends, let us go forward to understand other sources that we use for acquiring knowledge, just like knowledge through tenacity. Try to understand the concept of tenacity and how tenacity acts just like a source of knowledge. So tenacity is a psychological force that makes people to accept it. Try to understand, I am just forcing the psychological force. So tenacity is a psychological force. Many a time you must have observed that many propaganda is going on in the society. You must have observed when you are watching television, you are getting a type of advertisement, maybe for any commercial product, maybe for your household goods, just like furniture, just like any electronic gadget. Okay, so you see, every company they are saying that this product is the best product. You will get immediate effect. You will get immediate result. Okay, within 1 day, within 2 days. So if you will listen, if you will watch such propaganda and such advertisement again and again, you will develop a type of attitude, you will develop a type of knowledge that whether as if that is true, and what you are doing, further you are doing that, you are just purchasing that good because you watched it in television, and many a time you are just getting a psychological force, okay, a psychological force that dominating your mind, and you are in a belief that as if it is the true, and further that can be verified that whether the things that you have purchased because of tenacity, because of this psychological force, whether that is true or not. Just like, for example, I have already discussed slogan of various political parties. Okay, across the world you will find that every political parties are having their own slogans. Okay, slogans about their leader. Okay, they are saying that their leader is the best leader in this world. But here, when again and again repeatedly you are just listening, you are just observing such things, then you are also developing a type of belief, a type of faith, a type of positive attitude that as if the political slogan are the true. Then further, advertisement of different commercial products. I have already discussed that in television, in social media. Every day you are watching many advertisement of many products, many commercial product. Okay, and that is not for once, for twice, for thrice. Even if within a few minutes you will find that a particular advertisement is coming repeatedly. Okay, so that further creates a type of psychological force, okay, that dominate your mind and that work as a type of tenacity. Then you can say repeated advertisement of any product in various media. Then further we can say tenacity, validating the knowledge of tenacity or the knowledge received through tenacity is a problem, because unless you use it, unless you experienced it, unless you verify it, you cannot say that whether it is true or false. So that's why, friend, definitely tenacity, it creates a psychological force, and it may be a source of knowledge, but it is always a difficult task, it is always a problem with the person to accept tenacity as the truth. Further, next we will discuss about knowledge through reason, our reasoning. Many a time we use our reasoning for believing certain things, okay, for accepting certain things. So you can say that this is a type of valid source of knowledge. So knowledge through reason can be acquired through two ways. So two types of reasoning we can use here for you can say for acquiring the knowledge by using the reason. One is the inductive reasoning, and further the second is the deductive reasoning. So friends, try to understand that how we can use inductive reasoning and how we can use deductive reasoning. So friends, when we talk about inductive reasoning, it means you can say it is examples to rule, okay, examples to theory, or you can say particular to general, okay, a particular things will happen, let particular things 1, 2, 3, particular incident 1, 2, 3, then that will create further a trend, that will be the general. So it proceeds from particular to general, example to a particular rule. Then when we talk about deductive, it is just opposite of it. It means it proceeds from a theory to example. First a theory will be developed, or a theory will be given, or a theory will be discussed, then after that theory will be practiced by giving different examples. Okay, so you can say it is from general to particular, not from particular to general. So here we as a person, as a teacher, as a student, many a time we use our reasoning, our inductive reasoning and our deductive reasoning for acquiring knowledge, for understanding knowledge. So friends, let me to give certain examples. Just like iron conducts heat and electricity. Iron conducts heat, iron as a metal, iron conducts heat as well as electricity. Further, copper as a metal conducts heat and electricity. Aluminium as a metal, it conducts heat as well as electricity. So friends, from these three examples, iron, copper and aluminium, you can say that these three metals conduct heat and electricity. Therefore, all metals conduct heat and electricity. So what you are doing here, you are just giving particular example and you are reaching at the general statement as the concluding statement, or you can say type of theory, that is all metals conduct heat and electricity. This is when we give example of inductive reasoning. That means from the particular example, particular incident, from particular fact, we are reaching at the principle, the general happenings, that is all metals conduct heat and electricity. But in reverse, if I will say that all metals conduct heat and electricity is the statement, and then after what I can say, iron as a metal, it also conducts heat and electricity. I can say copper as a metal, it also conducts heat and electricity, because the universal statement that has been developed first, that is all metals conduct heat and electricity. Further, I can say that aluminium as a metal is also conducts heat and electricity. Such type of reasoning is called as deductive reasoning, because it starts from a general statement and further it proceeds with certain particular incident or particular examples. So it proceeds from general to particular, okay, in deductive reasoning. But in inductive reasoning, it proceeds from particular to general, examples to rule. But in deductive, it is just reverse, it is from rule to example. So friends, reasoning is a very valid source for acquiring knowledge, because we can verify it. Inductive reasoning and deductive reasoning can be verified, can be you can say the truth and the falsity can be verified, can be experimented. Further, we can discuss the knowledge through empiricism. So friends, when I am talking about empiricism, it means I am quoting here, I am just emphasizing the process of scientific knowledge, developing scientific knowledge. Empiricism means you will involve yourself for experimentation, for a valid source. This is a valid source of knowledge that you have to involve yourself in a different investigation work and different experimentation, different scientific observation. So the process of acquiring knowledge through observation and experiences that we follow in empiricism. We observe the things whether it is happening or not. Just like you remember, we have discussed in our first video, that is a posteriori knowledge, that is also based upon certain scientific principle, certain observations and certain experiences. Further, we can say that empiricism is based upon scientific experiment through scientific methods. Okay, scientific method will use The theories that has been developed in science may be related to physics, may be related to chemistry, may be related to mathematics, may be related to different biological sciences, and may be related to social sciences also. So here different scientific methods will be used for verifying the knowledge. That is the empiricism. Okay, so we know that how water forms. Okay, we say that H2O is water. Okay, so whether we can prove it or not, whether we can verify it or not, whether we can experiment it or not, yes, we can experiment it. So friends, empiricism is a valid source of knowledge because that can be verified. Okay, and it is based upon a scientific principle, a scientific experiment, and it is based upon and the processes that has been adopted in empiricism is, you can say, certain scientific method. Then further we can say knowledge that we acquire through sensory processes, just like seeing. We observe the things. Okay, we experience the thing, we hear the things, then we taste the things, we smell the things, and we touch the things. So friends, when we are using our sense organ, our five sense organ, seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, and touching, that means empirically we are just validating the things, whether this is existing or not. We are just experiencing it. Okay, so that's why empiricism is always a valid source of knowledge. Then we can say empirical knowledge can be tested, verified, observed, experienced, and experimented and experienced. And definitely we can say it is a valid source of knowledge because science is involved in it. Further we can say knowledge through faith. Okay, so many a time, because of it is very personal in nature, that we say that it is my faith, it is my belief, I involve in it, I always believe this. So that may be a source of knowledge, but that is quite a subjective source of knowledge. That is not the objective source of knowledge. So our belief and faith sometimes become a base for acquiring knowledge. Okay, this is a quite personal source of acquiring knowledge. You can say that this is an objective source of acquiring knowledge. Just like intuition, it is difficult to validate knowledge acquired through faith and belief. How can you validate it? Because it is quite personal. Okay, your belief may be, your religion may be the base of your belief, base of your faith. But how can you verify it? It is quite personal. Okay, so that's why, friends, it is quite individual and personal. So that's why, but definitely you can develop certain knowledge, you can acquire knowledge by using your belief or by using your faith, your spiritual belief, your belief towards the society, your belief towards your living style. Okay, so that's why this is quite personal in nature, which is very subjective. It's quite difficult to verify, difficult to study. Then further, revelation. Revelation is also another source of knowledge. Revelation has the same problem as intuition. Okay, sometimes one claims to know something by means of revelation, just like by saying it comes in my dream. Many a time what we are saying that it comes in my dream. Okay, so you just tell me, if you say that it comes to my dream, whether I will believe it or not. Or if someone is saying that it appears in my dream, whether you will believe it. This is also a subjective source. Your belief may be true, may not true. Okay, your dream may be true, may not true. Then many a time you must have heard that someone is saying that my sixth sense says that it will happen. So what about the sixth sense and how it occurs? Okay, how it occurs. So whether any scientific truth of it. So friends, such type of things, or you can also say that one's personal vision is also a type of revelation. Okay, you can't say that you can't verify one's personal vision. So something which is coming in our dream, then you can say many a time, if you are saying that it is happening in my sixth sense or my personal vision, it's quite subjective and it cannot be verified. Then further, it is difficult to validate, like intuition, faith, and belief. So friends, these are the certain different sources that helps to acquire knowledge. In this video program, we have tried to understand about different sources and ways that helps to acquire knowledge, and we have also discussed different sources that how these sources that helps to acquire knowledge. So friends, we have in our first video we started our discussion by understanding knowledge, then we try to understand the division of knowledge, then we try to understand you can say knowledge and information, how knowledge is different from information, and in this video we discussed about different sources and ways of acquiring knowledge. Thank you.